Right, well, I wasn't going to do this until midweek, when I would have thought the letter would have arrived. Um, However, word has reached me on the grapevine that Cambridgeshire Police are looking for me again, no doubt to harass me some more. Because, again, they've got my phone number, but they haven't phoned. So, what the fuck that's about, I've no idea. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, I sent my demands to resolve this whole corrupt council money stealing situation to the chief constable, which he chose to ignore, obviously, probably pretending he's not got it, because it wasn't recorded delivery or anything. We know they're getting the mail because they answered another letter which I'd sent the same weekend. It's just fucking astounding, it really is. However, since there was no reply to that, and I've given him, because he would have received it I think it was not the beginning of last week, but the week before. And obviously this is, presumably, this is what this visit was about today. So I have sent him a letter which he shall get probably on Tuesday, I would think. It was sent from a postbox far, far away, so that certain people didn't steal it. Well, you had your chance, Alec. So, as from now, when the council case is done and dusted, all the police involved will also be sent to jail and lose their pensions. Now, I did say last time that, the police could just, resign and stuff. I don't think I read that one out online, but, it was the council people I was after for going to jail, and that was it. But he's decided not to respond to that. I was trying one last attempt at being nice, but you decided to be so ignorant as to not even acknowledge my letter. So you'll be going to jail as well, most notably for the joint operation against me with your bailiff chums, and of course because you're in the full knowledge that the council are continuing to break the law by charging for trading licences. And also, of course, for protecting a bailiff you knew to have broken the law. Which they do. He's trying to nick me for threatening a bailiff who's actually threatened me with chucking me in the cells all weekend, which is, beyond their fucking capability. Do you know what I mean? But that's not fucking relevant. No. They'll protect their fucking bent mates. I'm still waiting for the magistrate from the 3rd of August, that's the illegal arrest videos on the channel, to be arrested for not recording the case, dismissing my evidence without a second thought, and not asking me if I could afford the council tax, which they are supposed to do. Money that the council will never now get because I was not allowed to study the arrest warrant properly and therefore the court order was wrong. That even exceeds your stupidity. Also on the day it was a fraudulent court, so Ian Davies, he works for Huntingdon District Council, is guilty of demanding money with menaces, fraud and threatening behaviour. The court staff are guilty of false imprisonment, as your officer is of wrongful arrest. Which is something I'll be chasing up quite shortly. I was waiting for a window to open up to get round to this court action, but it's not going to transpire. So I'm just going to have to do it off the cuff. Which, as you all know, I hate doing. Joanne Lancaster, that's the head of HDC, is guilty of conspiracy to commit fraud and misconduct in a public office, as are David Monk, Roy Reeves and Greg Peck. This was the initial staff age. They legged it out the door when all this sort of trading licenses thing was exposed, because they were sort of about to retire anyway, so they kind of left early. There's only a 25-year hole in the council's accounts. The council solicitors are guilty of conspiracy to pervert the course of justice, and Christina Allenson, that was one of their licensing officers, is guilty of perjury as of June 13th, 2014, when she basically just fucking sat there and lied on the fucking stand. Judge Chowdhury is guilty of ignoring evidence and conspiracy to pervert the course of justice, as are you, actually. And since you obviously informed Theresa May of the situation, as you were advised to do by a member of the public, given you are a public servant, she has done nothing, and she has done nothing. She is now guilty of conspiracy to commit fraud. These people seem to forget that they are answerable to the public. I mean, we've covered this so many times on the channel. And at the end of the day, if I send a letter like that to the Chief Constable, which I did 2 weeks ago, which we know he fucking got, in fact he's a lying fucking snake, is beside the point. It is his duty to pass that message on. It is his sworn fucking duty. Otherwise, that's misconduct in a public office all by its fucking self. I mean, if you want to carry on and see if you can incarcerate some of the members of the House of Lords, that's up to you, but until you do something, you're nothing but a cowardly shyster with all the backbone of an adder. Which is actually a snake. That's not just like a thing from Blackadder. That's an actual snake that lives in Scotland, if you didn't know. But then, thanks to my YouTube channel, thanks guys, thanks for, seriously, so much support has just been fucking massive lately, and I'm eternally fucking grateful. And you will all be rewarded in due course, hopefully. Thanks to my YouTube channel, most of Cambridgeshire knows you're not a joke by now. And in fact, any further action you take against me, which will now be illegal from the outset, irregardless if you follow correct legal procedure from the beginning, which seems unlikely. You certainly haven't understood the meaning of due process yet. And even if you now do, it means nothing. It means nothing because I've proved you to be a liar, a fraud, and as long as you sit by watching the council break the law, you might as well be a thief and a bully. But then that seems to be the motto of the police these days. Which I think we saw in London last night, actually, when they arrested 33 people for peacefully marching along the street. And this is what they seem to fail to realise. All that has to come out in court is my YouTube channel. And not one of their words can be trusted, none of them can be trusted, because they've all lied, they've all broken the law, they've all helped other people to break the law. And I think they've kind of failed to realise this to this point. Perhaps they will now. But then I dare say they'll never see this video. They've only seen one, apparently, out of the 400 not I've done. Which is when I threatened a bailiff who threatened me. But then they forgot to watch the one where he threatened me. Because they're all a bunch of law-breaking little fucking shits, basically. So this one's for you, Chief Constable Alec Wood. I mean, there's nothing more I can say about that. Honestly, you're such a fucking utter disgrace. And that letter has been copied to Whitehall. So, to be quite honest, I mean, it's just fucking shocking. It really fucking is. You're defending so much fucking criminal behaviour by your council mates and your bailiff mates. I've never... Oh... I'm going to stop now. I shall see you all later, guys. Well, yes, they came round today, of course. Having obviously finally cottoned on to my early Monday morning departures. And sadly, I left for work at lunchtime on a Sunday. Never mind, guys. Oh, I hope you've got the £2.5 for knocking on my door, by the way. Like the notice says. Like the legal notice says. Because I should be after that as well. See you all later.